fashion is just not visual, but it's also, it catches all the parts, all the senses, all the five senses, and smelling, your sense of smell is also important, because you can't be looking good and then order, it's not going to be proper. It ruins the whole look. And as we spoke about that, we said, your hair should smell good, your body, your socks, your shoes and clothes, they should always, be smelling good. And personal hygiene is very important, so that you can smell good, and make sure that they're always clean, and create like a signature scent, and that way you make sure that you're always smelling good and you're memorable, and your loved ones or your lover smell ooh, nafunga munhu wangu, because ka signature scent kake. So it's good to have ka signature scent and to smell good. And the art of smell good is actually a part of fashion. And hoping that some people have developed their signature scent, and those who have developed, you can inbox me and tell me so which one is it, and how has it been going for you. So
alrighty,
that's a bit of a recap.
So the other time you came here and you attacked us, me and Lay were talking about how we like black and how black means we've got mental health issues, having too much black, having too much black. You even talked about how someone might have black curtains, black bedding, black what, and then you're like, no, you might need to go for for therapy because that's a bit too much. So listen, looking at your topic today, I think I'm one of those people that don't actually plan the wardrobe the night before. Because what happens with me is, if I pick an outfit, because this is what I'm going to wear tomorrow, unless it's a ball, something like where I know it's a ball, maybe it's a red carpet event, or it's a concert where I have to be in a red carpet type of outfits, that I can be like, okay, I'm going to wear this gown, or I'm going to wear this dress, right? But if it's work and maybe just going out tomorrow, I never really plan, because if I do plan, when I wake up in the morning, I take a bath, I look at it, the next thing I'm like, I don't want it anymore.
Well, that's what we're going to talk about.
So now we're talking about how to plan your wardrobe the night before. I thought I should put it out there before you start, throwing your jokers and telling us that we need to go for therapy.
Well, it's really good that you brought out that point, and that's why we're going to talk about this. And maybe at the end of this topic, you're going to see why it's important, and maybe you're going to, change your mind concerning that. And when it comes to issue of black, well, we're talking about, the psychology of color, and we're talking about especially like home decor, like when you're wearing black, it means it's a color of class. I mean, it's an elegant color.
Indeed.
And but when it comes to home decor, especially home decor, when everything is just black without any other color, that's where I said it's kind of with your it works in a negative way with your mental health, because it's just gloomy, and it's just not good for your mental health. And we spoke about it in depth, and today we've got a different topic, so we might get carried away talking about this. But when it comes to home decor, make sure that if you love black, put a little bit of a little other color, like maybe a silver here or a white here or something. Just to to balance, but not just everything just black. That's not good for your mental health.
Is this you trying to put a disclaimer like, listen, this is what I meant? But okay, I get you. So let's talk about how to plan your wardrobe the night before.
How to plan your wardrobe the night before. So like we said, I like how our topics are just fusing, and achingo pindira and achingo daro. And we talked about in the past, like Kudzoka Mstaira in 2025, and this is also a part of how you can unokwanisa se Kudzoka Mstaira in 2025. So preparing your clothes or your outfit the night before is it comes with a lot of advantages. And as a matter of fact, the best thing to do it is to plan your wardrobe the week before. Like, just have your
a week before,
for the week before.
Not even plan for a day. A week,
a whole week, a week before.
Okay,
this week. You plan it on a Sunday or on a Saturday. Week round, I'm going to be wearing this, and it's very important. And as we dive deeper into this topic, you find out, okay, maybe this is really good. And planning your wardrobe the night before, the advantages are, sometimes you wake up in the morning, wanonka kumuka, and you're in a rush. So if you've planned the night before, you just know you're going to pick this and you're on the go. And I know some working moms, vanenge vane vana, they need to make sure vana vadya, vana vadai, they need to take care of everything, and they also need to look good. So if you plan the night before, you know you're going to pick this pair of shoes, this dress, this and that, and you're good to go. You're not going to worry. And the good thing also about planning the night before, unozahembe inogona kushrinka, varuka, pane zvakawanda zvinoitika, so you won't have that extra stress yekuti ko hembe nasina unoti yakabva mabutton, or yakabvaruka apa, now one stress and you need to go somewhere. So it's always wise to plan the night before, because that will ensure that you are going to look really good, because ukuziva zvoda kutopfeka una stress yekuzotanga kuita pick and hazviskuita tsvaga another one, and before you know it, you have worn like 5 outfits and you're still looking, or maybe you just pick zviripo because you're late, and wakutongobuda mumba chitongobuda mumba muchibvira, ungori a mess.
Wow.
So it's very, very, very essential to plan your wardrobe the night before, and those are some of the advantages. And I'm hoping that I'm convincing you bit by bit. Am I?
Well.
Well. But as you can see, sometimes let's be honest, you wake up in the morning and you're running late and starting to worry about what to wear on nonga it's kind of affects kaike kakudzoka mstaira. Remember, we're talking about kudzoka mstaira and leveling up, and that kind of diminishes the whole point. Unless munada ungopfeka ungomanya, you don't mind, you don't care. But if you really want to level up, then it's really important to prepare your wardrobe the night before. And so now we've spoken about the advantages, and now we're going to talk about the how. How then do you do this? So in order to prepare, you can choose to do a night before or a week before. So when you're preparing your outfits, what you need to do is to make sure that it's like a dress rehearsal, right?
There even has to be a dress rehearsal?
Of course, we're talking about fashion and level.
Girl, now
yes.
I feel like I'm in Bridgerton, where you have to go and sit there.
Not Bridgerton. It's as simple. It's very simple. Sometimes
there has to be a rehearsal.
It's not. It's just a rehearsal. Well, not really. So you need to choose whether you're the type of person who prepares like a night before or a week before. Then to Katomira, so I know what I'm gonna be wearing, and I'm not really worried. So another point is, now you need to consider the weather. And the good thing about the weather, like in this part of the world, so you need to look at the weather and the events that are coming up in that week. Do you have any special events? Are you going Kumaroro? Are you going to evening event like a dinner, or and like maybe a concert, or it's just going to be an ordinary work? Those are the things that you have to look at if you're going to do like a week before thing. And once you do that, then obviously you're gonna know, okay, it's gonna be cold. I need to make sure kuti ndoisa zvinhu zvangu zvinoenderana nekune chando izvi kana kuchipisa. These are the things, right? And then you need to create what we call a theme. And I've seen and I've worked with people, who like the idea of preparing, a week before. Or a night before. What you do is you can choose, like, this is going to be my dresses week. This whole week I'm just going to be wearing dresses. So you put my dresses, I'll go up, I could see Monday I'm going to be in this dress, like a black dress. I'm going to be in this dress, like a dresses week. Then you can do it like a trousers week. If we're into shorts, like your shorts week, different shorts, different textures. And your short for Monday and Friday could be different, because Friday is more of a casual day. But but you get the idea. Now you have a theme, and in that way you're also kind of creating like a signature look for yourself. And you can also do like a color theme, like, you know, you're going to be just in pastels, you know, those pastels like my light colors whole week, or you want to be in the bright colors whole week, or you want to be in dark colors, maybe you'll pick up, you know, like black and something the whole week. So now we're to plan okay, so this is how it's going to be. So you put maddresses zako, and you're just going to be picking maddresses zako, you iron them, they're ready, and and the dresses and the things that you want to wear, okay, they go with these shoes and that. And if it's going to be like bright colors week, you know, this is the kind of makeup, you know, indirana. So now you know. And yeah, we're talking about leveling up, and we're not backing down when it comes to fashion. Let's level up. And
Okay.
yes. And then now that you know wakuziwa theme, you now have a theme, you can do like, I'm going to repeat again, like the dress rehearsal. And now when you're in terms of dress rehearsal, there's issue yakuti kana rehearsal. Remember, we talked about the art of smelling good. And at night munhu pamwe you're sweaty, you know, but don't, you know, rehearse on, you know, sweaty body and it. So that's why it's always recommended like a week before, and you're good to go. Waisa hembe zako apa and have a theme for the week. It's always a good idea, and it's easy, and you find that wearing clothes and choosing what to wear will become, you know, easier than ever. It won't be like Bridgerton as such, but it will be easy because now you're okay, this is
Like, you know what,
my
I have to
dress
make
week.
sure that I've got a hot pot of tea, you know, whilst I'm doing my dress rehearsals. So I've got my tea there, and I'm just trying
Really?
out
It's
outfits
just
and
cool.
whatnot. You know what,
Yeah.
I think I'll start with planning for the next day. I'll try.
You try.
start planning for the next day.
It's really a good idea when if you really want to step up, because pane pautunopfeka, like I said, unoona hembe yakabvaruka, or you pane something, or haven't worn something in a long time, you've lost weight or you've gained weight, achikukwana now wakutanga kutsvaga undopfeka chipi. In most cases wakuzongononga chimwe uchimhanya, and you're not going to be confident. Zvakaafecta your confidence day rese just because you're not prepared. You didn't prepare zvinhu zvekupfeka. And
So we've got a comment here.
uh-huh.
It says vamuri kutaura ndezvevanhu vane mari kweisusu.
It's a misconception that people have, that when it comes to talking about fashion, talking about looking good, and I always emphasize, that's why I did the whole big five, because we're talking about when it comes to fashion and it, takataura nyaya live within your means. If you live within your means, takataura takatizoni kune mawachi atetaura $1 ayai, handitika takataura ti unogona kutopfeka outfit yako $5 handiti. So, and if you live within your means, if you budget within your means, then zvinobuda. And you know what, kana une hembe shoma handitika unogona kuwacho hembe yacho iyoyo and pocha hembe yacho iyoyo kana iri woma ndikupfeke woiwacha umeka shoti yakaainika, kwete zvoti uri kuidzokorodza zvino yakusmela handitika. You need to also be smelling good. So iwache iwome woiaina iyoyo iri one iyoyo kusvika wakuita sei wakunyatso kusvika wazoleva waendopa next level, hembe dzawanda, because utsanana and looking good hazvisi zvekunzwana. Zvakafanira kuti mumba vanhu vosvika mumba mune tsvina, mumba mukusmela zvonzi aiwa ndezvavanhu vane mari. I mean, honestly. So it's the same thing when it comes to fashion. Just look good, look beautiful. Kana iri one iyoyo iaine iwache, prepare the night before, make sure ti yakanaka, kana pane pabvaruka upasona sona nemaoko. Just look good. It's not about nyaya yemari, it's about determination. Do you want to look good? Do you unoda here kuluka nice, or you just, you know, finding excuses? So that would be my answer to the question.
All right. This one says, "Hi Eve, I do what she's saying, even my shoes. I'm a vendor in Highfields, and it works for me." It's coming from Tetiva Velma in Highfield.
Hey, Velma. Want you to
Shoes,
be my friend.
shoes I can do. Shoes I can do.
The shoes you can do.
Shoes are shoes. I do that all the time.
You can
But clothes,
Yeah.
planning a day before or a week, a day.
Yeah,
Like I
like a-
said, day I'll try. A week,
Try it and
that'll
you see
take some.
kuti.
That day I might need therapy. But yeah.
But if you try it, you see kuti you find yourself with the stress yekupfeka ka auchatomboiwana because wakatogadzira kudhara. Auchatenga kumhanya mhanya kufunga ndopfekei ndoita sei ndoita. It's there. Just waking up and just picking it up, and you're on the go, because at night you're relaxed, hauna pressure yakanyanya. But in the morning sometimes une pressure, uda kuita ichi uda kumhanya uku, so you need to be, you know, just have your things there. your clothes here, your handbag there, and your shoes there. And when it comes to my handbags, sometimes futhi wangwana uchinja my handbags kana usina one, and maybe wakuchinja ukhanga namakhize kubasa in the other handbag because you didn't prepare the night before. But if you move your things from one handbag to the next, you know, you're likely not kuzokhanga na zvimwe zvinhu in the other handbag, and it won't ruin your day. So it's all about, you know, being organized and, you know, just avoiding my situations ekuthi anozospooler your whole day. So it's just about, you know, preparation, and preparation is very important. It's, yeah, it can also be used in fashion.
Well noted. I'll be giving you feedback next week. Yeah? How is it going? So,
Yeah.
Patrice, how can people get in touch with you?
People can get in touch with me on my number 071-339-6316, 071-339-6316. And if you want to learn about this a bit deeper, yeah, get in touch with me. You can talk about it. And yeah, 2025 and yeah, also on Facebook at Patrice Muzerengwa, and Instagram Patrice Muzerengwa. The spelling for Patrice is Petreace.
Patrice, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for coming through this morning.
Thank you.
So, right, this has been Galaxy Fashion. It comes back your way next week, Wednesday. We are Star FM.